Welcome back to the Hyphen with your girl Sade
and Sherelle. Y'all, we actually filming this intro. I'm gonna keep it a stat. We actually forgot to film the intro before we started the video because we were on a phone conversation that actually led us to a 4-hour video? 4-hour video. So this is the first time you all will get a part 1 and a part 2, potentially a part 3 of tonight's podcast episode. But y'all, we are really grinding it out for y'all. It is a Monday night. And it is currently 11 o'clock, 11:19 to be exact. So we are excited for you all to see this episode, and we look forward to engaging in some feedback from y'all. So this is a good one, y'all. We are very vulnerable on this exercise. On this episode,
it is an exercise.
I believe we were super vulnerable on this.
Yeah, we were exposed.
So this feels like a therapy session, but yeah, we hope y'all enjoy. And here is part 1 of a 2 or 3 series podcast episode. Shout out to DeSean, who was our impromptu guest. We really appreciate the perspective that you gave us. You got anything you want to add?
No, besides it's been real. Like, it done hit me in the throat, done hit me in the stomach. I'm going home and in the bathtub, but it's been real, y'all.
But that's what our podcast is about, like that growth, those uncomfortable conversations, and just really sitting in the experiences of life. No judgment zone.
Open-minded, willing to learn, being teachable. We just ask you to be open-minded, for real, for real. And we're not saying that, oh, this is the gospel. What we're saying is this is what will or will not work for us. So give us your feedback.
All right, here goes part 1.
Oh, DeSean, by the way.
We won't say your name unless you want us to.
I don't care.
All right.
So, yeah, back to the hype.
Okay, so out of everything we talked about today, just in general phone conversation, what should be our topic for tonight's podcast?
I think y'all should discuss or go in further details about what friends with benefits really mean.
From our okay.
Now, you know, perception is everything. So, and interpretation is everything. So when you say benefits, what are the benefits?
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. I think some women ask to be friends with benefits, and dudes is thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna be hitting that every time she calls. And the benefits is probably not that for her. Benefits for her could be, yo, I'm hitting you up so we can go out to dinner.
We got the game messed up.
I'm hitting you up so we can go to the mall. That's the benefits.
So is friends with benefits something that's automatically like? Do y'all have a sit down conversation about this?
I think you should have a sit down conversation about everything. I think there should be some ground rules and some safe words.
Get off the phone. Bye. All right, so we going to Hondo's. Safe word, hungry. All right, well, that's our topic.
But that's a lot of work. So basically what you're saying is friends with benefits. It includes more.
I thought the benefit was sex.
I did too.
I thought it meant we cool and we have sex.
We homies and we have sex. That's what I thought friends with benefits.
That's why I gotta be explained. You gotta let dudes like me know that's what it's about.
You know what? That is not what I think. Because think about
it.
But see, that goes back to what's understood don't have to be explained. I don't agree with that. Because, like I said, I always thought that the friends with benefits was just sex.
But think about it this way. This is why we get in our feelings about it, because as your friend, I want to do stuff with you outside of sex. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hondos.
Do you just call?
Wednesday.
So we're friends with benefits. So I just pick up the phone and be like,
"Yep, what up with it?"
Yeah, when you coming through?
What up with it? Yeah.
Oh, that's every conversation. Oh, that's get boring right there.
I have turned into that I have converted over to that in situations where, like, I was tired of getting frustrated from expecting other stuff.
Well, again, that should be explained in the beginning.
Can I really have that conversation with somebody? No, because good sex gets you in your feelings.
Yeah, well, for me it does.
Yes, God.
Well, let me ask you this.
See, that's the next thing I was going to tell you. At some point, the dynamics of that whole situation is going to begin to change. Especially if you call in a lot. If you call in a lot, that means it's good.
I ain't got nothing to say back to that.
But unless
that nigga
you
spit
lay
me.
down ground rules, like you would really have to lay down them ground rules for me. Like we're not talking about nothing. Don't ask me how my day. Don't tell me nothing. All I want to know is that you wet and ready.
I would feel like a hooker.
Yeah.
That's what you. No, that's friends with benefits.
Okay, so I'm not cut out for this. Podcast over.
Up when you wet. Other than that, don't call me. Don't ask me how I'm doing. How's my day? None of that.
So
that's common courtesy.
So where does the friends come in at? Where the friend part at? We just talk about the benefit. Where's the friend part?
We friendly because we having sex.
That's it.
That's it.
So it's no intimacy.
Y'all just don't want friends with benefits.
No, take me off the list.
Yeah, because I interpret that totally different. Yeah, like friends with benefits. Okay. Let me ask you this. Hold up. Let's back up. Squirk. Friends with benefits. Everybody single?
For me, it got to be now.
Single.
Do they have to be? I mean, that's why I said you got to sit down and you got to talk about these things.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Yeah, you got to sit down and talk about these things.
So, the friends with benefits, people don't have to be single.
Somebody tried to change me into a friends with benefits, but that wasn't going down.
Say yes.
Can I get time?
I'm nobody jump off.
Coach.
That's not happening.
I like the way you think.
But, okay. So what do you call it then? Since you've defined friends with benefits. What do you call it when you want more than sex? But you don't want a relationship?
Scared. Commitment. Scared of commitment.
Here's what I'm trying to get. Okay.
Get yourself together,
Let's rewind all the way back. Picking this friend with benefits. This person has to be attractive, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
So there got to be something that you like about this person just from the beginning, from the very, very start. Us as human, the smallest things begin to evolve. And so the fact that you have this visual attraction to this person, that's number one. The visual attraction that you're gonna have to this person kind of changes, I guess, the dynamics of the type of relationship that y'all gonna have. The more you begin to talk to this person, you're gonna find out other things. You're gonna find out about their personality. You're gonna find their likes and dislikes. A lot of times, there are gonna be things that you love, things that you want in a man. What do? All of a sudden just say, okay, I think I changed my mind. I don't think I want to be friends with benefits. Let's go in another guy. Let's go to the next level.
Which is?
I would just say dating.
But you can't date if everybody ain't single.
Well, I guess it has to start with making sure that. So you want friends with benefits, but the first criteria they must have is they must be single.
For me, at this point, yes.
What else?
Friends with benefits wise?
Can they be short? Can they be fat? Can they be skinny?
It gotta be somebody that I'm attracted to.
Okay. So it gotta be someone you're attracted to physically.
And we gotta be able to do different stuff. Like, it ain't gonna be no out to eat, go have sex. Like, we need to be able to travel a little.
You want to date.
Is that what it is?
You want to date, yeah. You don't want friends with benefits.
So, going back, let me clarify this.
This shit too much.
Friends with benefits is just sex. Nothing else.
Unless you're saying friends with benefits, and the benefit part is going to be, we're going to travel together, we're going to go out to eat, but we're not going to commit ourselves into a relationship. We're going to have sex, but we're not going to
what I really want from
claim each other.
Somebody.
Hey, yo!
That's like a double-edged sword.
It is.
Be careful with that. Because you
Selfish.
basically, it's kind of like an open relationship.
That's the part of me being selfish, because I want the benefits of being in a relationship without having to commit, because I don't want the disappointment of a relationship not going. Yep.
You know what? You're going to be disappointed anyway. After you spend all this time with this man, doing all these things that y'all are going to do together.
Take the bass out your voice. This is hypothetical, sir.
Yeah, he's keeping a Kool-Aid smile on your face.
He kept it up.
And one day he tell you, I can't come today. I can't do this. You're going to be all in your feelings, acting like you his wife.
Because I told you this before. People make time for what's important. I truly believe that.
Yeah, but that time has a limit on it too.
Here you go.
Time
you can't never just say, yo.
He ain't gonna give you a problem.
Yeah, but that time has a limit. It has a limit on it.
Time is an illusion.
It is an illusion.
Because you think about it. Let me tell you why time is an illusion. Because when me and Tiff got here, we was like, all right, let's push this podcast out. And look, we done stayed on the phone with you for, what, an hour?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we made time for what was important. And you're even sick. And right here with it.
We kept him comfy while he was driving home. That's all it is.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm trying to actually get some clarifications on what y'all really want, because I'm not gonna say confused. I guess I'm intrigued. But it sounds like you don't want friends with benefits. That's not what the definition of what. That's not what y'all want.
What I really. I can take. Oh, go ahead.
Huh? Y'all want to date?
But dating seems so convoluted these days. It's so many rules, and you got to do this. Don't do this to day 3. Don't say that. I ain't got time for that. Like, I like being in situations where I can genuinely be who I am.
Who sang that song?
No, there's no rules to dating.
Let it flow.
Everybody playing a game.
There's no rules to dating. I like a natural flow.
That's why I say I'm going to older men now.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. You said you want dating to be natural. What if the first date consists of having sex?
I knew you was going to ask that question.
Did you? Now, I know you're going to answer it.
Yeah, I knew you was going to ask that question.
You felt it in your stomach.
What you was going to ask is, how would you look at me if sex on the first date.
Correct.
I was in a 5-year relationship where I had sex on the first date.
Did you respect her as a woman? Did you respect her?
The chemistry of how things came together leading up to sex. It couldn't go nowhere else. It had to go there.
You could go to sleep.
That means you met someone where you feel like you know.
Oh,
Tiff said you could have took to sleep.
No, you're not gonna go to sleep because
Why?
you're gonna wonder. Your mind is just gonna wonder.
That's how people end up cheating right there, because you wonder.
Your mind wonder. You could have sat in it for a while and be like, and think about it and build up to it about a month later.
And you could have did the same thing, but instead you thinking the same way I'm thinking. Yo, when is you gonna touch me?
But
when is you gonna put your hand on my leg or something?
that's real. He telling the truth. I can't even sit here and hold you.
Like,
looking at my Gucci is about that time.
Then if it don't happen, then the next day you wondering and you want to know.
I want to know.
Find me attractive or something? Like, did I do something? Did I say something? Was my breath stinking?
I'm telling you, that's why I'm single. It's too many rules.
Who is this?
And now
Those are not rules, though.
What are they?
The flow.
No.
I think you got to remember too, you're older, so you have matured yeah. That's a good thing though. You still young, but you seasoned. I ain't calling you old at all. I'm about to be in your age group looking. I'm going back to Mona Lounge. I can't take no more from these youngins. I'm done.
Well, now that
I
I
be so
know
turned off by people my age now. It's
what friends with benefits, I got a better interpretation of it.
Friends with benefits.
Because it's just like the only benefit is sex. Don't call me. Don't check on me.
That's not a friend.
Right. So what? We just a benefit.
We just said benefit.
It is polite because just enough to have sex.
Huh?
But again, I'm a real smart. Like I'm a wise guy. You call me and say how you doing, I'm like, for what? Why? What time we meeting?
Yeah, I couldn't be friends with benefits.
Yeah, that's not what I want. So I take that back. Thank you for being
I'm
a
like,
resource.
my God.
I'm just calling to see how you doing. No, that's not what we do.
So
go ahead.
So let's say I call someone, send someone a text, say, hey, just checking on you, how you doing? What is that?
That's being a friend part.
I tell Tiffany good morning every morning. I don't need nobody else.
But if you go in telling this, again, if you go in to the situation saying that you're friends with benefits, I'm sure they're going to wonder, why are you just calling to see how I'm doing? Like,
but that's what I think.
We need to be getting it popping.
I'm not cut out for this. Because I care about people too much to just be checking on somebody and not checking on their mental health. He could be.
Okay, so.
That's a relationship.
So
that's me being a caring person.
But obviously, men see it as
with benefits. Then that's not what you want.
So what do you say to people now? I want to date you. I want to be friends with
Let's
benefits.
see where this goes.
Oh, you just want to be friends?
I don't want that either. Because they'll go to me and go to somebody else.
You don't say anything up front. You let things naturally flow.
But that, no. No.
Sometimes there's questions that you actually just need to be patient, and you're going to get the answer.
No, because you're talking about let it flow, Tony Braxton. That man, river might be flowing in 2 different bodies of water. That's questions you got to ask. You don't just let stuff flow. Because then I'm thinking it's me and you getting to know each other with the potential of us dating. You might be talking to Sue, Lou, and Bobby Jones. Barbariana Jones, rather.
You start asking me too much questions up front. I'm like, what is you, thirds?
That's because of, never mind. Lord, I can't stand that response. We are not gonna go there. We are still recording her. No, see, I disagree. I'm going to the white man. And then y'all gonna be
White
mad.
man is boring. The white man boring.
But at least I know what to expect. He ain't gonna take me through no daggone maze every single day of needle in the haystack. Let me figure out who I'm dealing with, what I'm dealing with today.
Well, you better go rescue him if he get laid off, because he's gonna jump off a bridge.
Y'all go cheat.
Confront your bus fight for white man.
Y'all go cheat.
They go cheat.
Who go cheat?
My name's.
Don't say your
My
name.
name My name don't start with a Y. It start with a D.
And I done dealt with a lot of men named that start with a D, and they all stress.
They wasn't.
You want going to Honduras? What the thing? Hondos.
I know.
I'm about to say Honduras. Going to see Dr. Saban. I'm about to say
So
Honduras.
you only need those safe words when you're not single.
No, all safe words
So
during
you need
sex.
to-
You talking about safe words during sex, right?
Mhm.
So during sex, you're going to say hondos.
I say whatever.
If that's the safe
That's
word,
the
if
shit.
it hurt, then you say Hondo, and I know.
Oh.
Now, Alexa might in your house, Alexa might hear me and start playing some music or something.
I don't know what I want.
That's what I believe. I believe you.
No, we do know what we want, but we don't
I
think
believe-
that we can get what it is we want.
I believe that you don't want friends with benefits. You don't want that.
I don't want that.
That's not. Yeah, you don't want that.
Because I want to be able to have a conversation with somebody. I don't want
We're
just
gonna
to,
fall in love day two.
yeah, see, that's the thing. I can't have casual sex.
Well, see, you can't be nobody friends with benefits.
Okay, so I know I don't want to be that. So what's next?
Find someone that you just have a lot in common with, and just
We got something in common. Bobby and Whitney.
All right. What is the criteria for just being friends?
Tiffany, we friends.
No, because
what is your criteria of what you want or expect from a man as just a friend?
I think about men that we know that's platonic friends. We haven't had sex with them.
Okay.
They more supportive. Wait, what you mean as far as what we do? If we go out, if I know you have if you have a steady girlfriend or partner and we go out, we have to go out as a group.
Well, what if I don't have a steady girlfriend and we going out? Then what?
Then that's cool. If we platonic friends.
Again, I feel like you just you really gotta know what exactly you want.
I'm gonna be honest.
I
right.
want a man to right.
And you're gonna have to interview. Dating is like, I would say dating is kind of like an interview.
And that's what I don't want. That's weird.
But I would say just, for a man like me, bombard me with questions.
Don't.
Let the conversation let it lead into things. Again, you start asking me a lot of questions. That's unattractive to me.
Like direct questions, like, well,
I'll be like, yo, she nosy as hell. That's gonna be my thought.
mm-hmm.
She is super nosy.
You gonna be paranoid anyway.
Maybe.
Okay.
So that's a you thing.
It depends on the type of questions that I'm being asked also.
I get it.
Okay, so if you go on a date, let's say you go on a picnic date. Have you ever been on a picnic date?
No.
I'm about to do something more what's the word? Realistic. We're going to build a house together.
I've been on a ton of dinner dates.
But see, that's not attractive to me.
Mm-mm.
Dinner?
No.
It's not. Like since
You don't like to eat?
No.
No, because eating is, I'm going to be honest with you, like, it's not a priority for me anymore. Like, since I've changed my eating habits, since I've got on this weight loss journey, like, a day for me, I have to say, I went to the gym on a day and it was very nice. But dinner is not important to me because, like you said, it could be a turnoff.
My favorite dates or like events that I have done with men have like let me become a part of their world for that time. Like, I would say 2 of my favorite dates is when I went hunting with a guy that loves to hunt. And then me and this other guy, he cooked for me and we watched the Versus Challenge. He was from up north, so it was when Dipset and the Lives did their Versus Challenge. And just to see them in their element, like enjoying something that means something to them and like educating me and including me in on it, that's the kind of stuff I like. He said, like learning something new.
That's cool.
And you know what? I'm just saying, you look at it though, for us to be as single as we have been, as long as we've been single, we done been on what? 1 day, 2 days?
Cause we don't like being seen with a lot of people. Like, we're very selective about who we seen with. I like the fact that a lot of men can't sing.
Don't have access.
Yep.
Right.
I love that.
All right. To our guest, I got a question. You there?
I'm listening with your question.
All right. Now, I am working on being more approachable. You know,
This why right here I didn't mean to cut you off. One of my guy friends sending me a screenshot from this girl he deal with. He was like, I can't do this. Like, this kind of, I can't do it. I'm sorry. But like, when I see stuff like this reminds me of why.
Of why you're not in a relationship.
Relationship friend, like
why he sent you a screenshot of?
Because we be talking about stuff like this, and he was like, I can't win.
Now, I will say this. People do feel comfortable talking.
This is a platonic friend, so we've never done anything,
right,
ever.
And people do feel comfortable talking to us because they know now it's like, we understand that perception is everything. They understand really that we out here about growth, iron sharpens iron. So I do find people calling me just to talk, just to vent. And, you know, and it dudes not trying to holler anything. So, I mean, to me, I like that because I'm learning about men as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That they feel comfortable because they know I'm not going to go out here and be like, you know, so-and-so hit me up and da-da-da-da. I'm not about that. Like, I want everybody to grow. To be honest with you, if I could avoid people feeling and the way that I have, I would. But I know people got to go through it to grow and to learn like me. But I ran into a situation where a guy hit me up and was like, when you get some time, I would like to take you out or cook for you. And I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have not had time at all. This was...
Tiffany, I'm about to call you out right now.
No.
Hold on. Do this. I'm going to tell you who is it? Because you're not interested.
Right.
But
But
I was just about to
if
say
it...
that.
Tiff.
wait.
You can't say the lawnmower. Scratch that. Tiff.
No, because I am trying to.
You're not interested.
Wait. I'm trying to change my mindset and realize that it's not always about look. So I'm trying to give that a chance because you know how the Hawk dinner went.
If you was interested in,
Thank you. I know my sis.
You don't have time for dinner or something like that, but you know that.
We're going to Hondo's right now.
For example, you know that you maybe gonna be getting off early or something like that. You just say,
Rest
"Come with me for a second, so we can chat for a little."
Sis, I know you.
Hold on, y'all about to make me throw my sunshades on.
No, I know you, sis. It's okay. Look at the stuff we did back in the day. Football. We been team on.
No, but listen. Listen.
Y'all, she not having that uncomfortable conversation. If it was somebody that you would make time for this person.
I agree.
Looking good, girl.
I worked out today. But listen, I understand. I know God, I am really going to, let me say this. I probably am going to miss out on the best person for me.
Oh, you finally said, let me call Miss Edwina. You finally agree with me.
I'm trying. I listen to y'all. I swear I'm trying. But the thing was, I have genuinely not had time. From Thursday to today, you tell me what time have I had.
Tiff, but I know you. You would have made time.
That's some real. I promise you I would have. But
because you're not, it's not somebody you're physically attracted to. It's not a priority. We'll say that.
You're
still going to go out probably. But
no, because they approached me. It was just like, you've been very busy. It seems like you've been busy. Something like that. And I was like, I have. Well, I'm just going to back up.
Like, thank you very much.
I would have been like, yo,
please don't come again.
I wouldn't have said, well, I'm going to back up. I would have been like,
his feelings hurt.
But I didn't mean to hurt his feelings.
I didn't say you did.
No, but I'm saying, I know, because this is my thing. I tried to put myself in their shoes. But I'm going to be real with you. I truly think I would have went on the date. But I would have made it clear that it would have been just that friend zone.
And that make him pursue you more, because look at the other dude. You said that day one. Showed you the time of your life. Look at my situation.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm walking around the house like Queen Elizabeth. Once he knew he had me, I said, oh. It don't matter. I feel like men, like when you tell them you're not interested, that ego rises. They're like, oh, I'm going to get her. And then they mad because they had to put in extra work to get you to prove that they couldn't. And they're like, got you. We good.
I tried.
Am I on to something? Am I telling a little bit of the truth here?
Some men.
Here you go with that BS. Stop doing that.
Some men, but not all men.
Why you smiling?
Speak for all men.
Why you smiling?
Trying to speak for all men, and you can't.
But you, it might not be for all men, but you in that category too, because you started smiling.
You know,
when
R. Kelly said one man make all women hate all men.
You know why I'm laughing, because
I'm right. You was laughing.
I'm totally opposite of what you said. What you said is that's gonna make a man want you more. Not me. I'm gonna leave you alone because you ain't got no time. I told you I like attention. So that's gonna show me that you don't have no time. You don't have no time. You sure don't have no time to give me no attention.
So is that what you're looking for in friends with benefits, or that what you're looking for in dating, or both?
No, that's got to be in dating. That got to be in a relationship. Friends with benefits is, again, it's just that.
A woman come to you and say, "Look, I just want to be friends with benefits." Are you going to look at her differently? Be honest.
No, I'm going to want to know why. Why is that all that you want?
Okay,
So that means he see it in a negative light, though.
Do you see it in a negative light?
It depends on her answer.
Okay, let me give you an answer. Because I don't want a relationship and I don't want all the extra stuff. I just want the friends with benefits. I don't want what comes with a relationship. I just want the benefits. The benefit.
And then it's back to, what's the benefits? What do we clarify?
I hear what he's saying.
What?
He doesn't want that because of how it's going. Let me not put words in your mouth. Because you are somebody that values quality time, you would feel like you were getting shorted in that situation.
Exactly.
So that's why to him it's kind of off-putting for somebody to only want friends with benefits.
That's my perception.
So he's thinking about it in terms of what he's going to get out of it, which I can respect. Because, some men would just off you because it's presented to them.
Okay. So, DeSean, what would be your answer then? If a woman said, I don't want all the extra stuff that come with a relationship, like you said, the friends with benefits consist of when you coming through.
I would be like, that's not the type of situation I'm looking for.
You saying that on camera? Would you say it off camera?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't know I was.
That's fair.
He said he ain't know.
Like that's not what
He was on camera.
Not what I'm interested in.
DeSean, you didn't know you was on camera.
Nope.
This why I don't want a relationship right here.
Why you don't want a relationship?
Cause you smiling, cause you know daggone well we told you we was about to cut it on.
No, I thought you said like minutes ago or several minutes ago, I need to turn that off. I need to rewind that or do something with that.
DeSean, you a loser.
So I didn't think I was no longer being recorded.
All right, we ain't gonna post
So
it.
you got my natural answers for your question.
We ain't gotta post you.
Why? Because it's natural.
No.
I should have been faking on it.
No, but that's how I know you know you. I ain't gonna put your name on it though. You'll be our special
anonymous
guest. Unless you want us to put your name. You want us to put your name?
I don't care. Nobody knows me.
You'll be surprised.
You
I don't think nobody knows me.
I didn't either.
I don't think nobody knows me. Because I don't allow people to get to know me.
God, have mercy.
So I don't think nobody knows me. They gonna say, oh, that's the dude who just smile all the time. Every time you say something to him, he just smile. He don't say nothing.
That's you.
Yeah. Even though I be thinking a whole lot.
You do talk.
I just give him the smile.
You can talk.
I talk to people I enjoy talking to.
Oh, well, thank you.
Once every 3 months.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about you.
DeSean, no.
3 months. See, we got a whole lot to talk about now because we ain't talking so long.
That is real, and that's why he said about the friends with benefits.
I ain't want to hear that.
No, listen, he said you can't be talking every day.
Look at me down on my knees. Begging. Look, I'm on my knees.
So again, friends with benefits, you won't talk all the time. We just talk when we want to get up. Okay.
I don't like that setup.
So I know that's not me.
Because if we're being intimate, if something is wrong, I need to be able to call you. And I need you to help me figure out a solution.
And I do with that's just friends with benefits. Gonna be like, yo, I'm not your man. We just I didn't sign up to know about your problem.
I don't agree with that. I got a man I used to deal with. I feel like I could pick up this phone right now and call him and tell him I got a problem with something, and he will solve it for me.
Was y'all friends with benefits? This is what I'm getting
I don't know what
at.
we were.
If you are friends with benefits, don't call me and tell me about no problems unless something wrong with that thing down there.
We weren't in a relationship.
But I'm telling you, that's what friends with benefits. That's
Who
all.
were we?
That's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
As being a friend with benefit, that's all I'm concerned about.
No.
Oh.
I always said that. I couldn't call him if something was wrong.
Oh, no, my yeah.
No. I wouldn't even set myself up for that disappointment.
So my question is, again, I feel like I'm sitting in the back of the class and the teacher don't see my hand moving.
I feel like you don't want no friends with no benefits.
Oh, I know I don't want that. And if that's what the benefits consist of, like, and all it consists of is sex, no, that's not.
I said that's not.
So it's gonna have to be a whosoever willing.
I want to phone a friend.
Do a poll on y'all podcast of what friends with benefits is.
I'm about to start making calls.
Pretty much the same question. I mean, the same answer.
I'm about to call. We're about to make some calls. Lord, speaking of the devil, Lord Jesus just talked about you on the podcast. That is crazy. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, my phone dry.
Literally.
I don't even keep my charger with me no more. When it's dead till I get home. I keep it open for business only. You know what though?
That is scary. But no, that is somebody We had our whatever. And I always say if I needed something, like I could call and he would help me figure it out. It happened last week.
So is that your person?
I feel like that is a strong, how do we define, how do you define that, your person?
The one you want to be with. The one that you're going to marry.
I don't feel like hold on.
Why?
Because I like a lot of time and attention.
They can't give that?
No. No. I like a man, I like a man that's involved in different stuff that can introduce him to different, I think it's important to have different sets of friends. That's me being selfish.
I'm about to say that's selfish.
And that's something, shout out to Tyler. Tyler told us that. He told us you cannot push somebody past their glass. Like, if that's their glass ceiling, and they're already successful, like, you can't put that expectation or that desire onto them.
It's you being selfish. Because you, in your business, you could be presenting him to new things.
They'll be open to going.
And they will, if they want to be with you.
If you had a woman that was like, because of her field, she met different people, like, went to different events and stuff, would you be open to being her plus one? Or if that wasn't something you were interested in, you wouldn't participate?
I've been in a situation like that before.
The one we talked about before.
It doesn't bother me at all. As long as I'm getting the attention, the one-on-one attention, it doesn't matter.
See?
Okay, so
I would get mad.
I understand that's just
you need to do a group for men, because these men don't know how to verbalize that stuff.
Okay, so a day like today, you getting home from work. You got home first.
That's some real stuff.
You got home first.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the environment for your woman when she got home? Think about it.
Upstairs on that Mac computer, rubbing her feet together, still want food to be cooked when she got home.
Nah. See, that's the difference. That's one thing I like to do.
Oh, he like to cook, yeah.
I do like to cook. So,
you do like to cook.
Yeah. I don't mind having dinner ready.
All right. Would you make it fun? While you're cooking, would you make it fun? Would you do something to include her? Yes, it's gonna take some thinking to be creative. And see, I'm in this fairy tale land where
it's not fairy tale, because if it didn't exist, you couldn't think of it.
I want, if I come home I'm sorry, go ahead. What would you do to include her in the dinner? Preparing the dinner? Or what would she walk into? Opening the door?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't. It depends on what type of day it is. Because I'm not gonna lie and say every single time that I get home before you, this is what the scene is gonna be. That's a lie.
That's fair.
I agree with that.
It depends on my mood, how I'm feeling.
Does she get that same grace extended to her?
Yeah, because I know everyone goes through things during their day. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does.
All right. So, let's say you didn't have a favorable day, but when you got home, she wanted to include you in preparing the meal. I try not to bring my problems home.
No.
I try.
See, that's what we want as women, don't you?
I do. I want to make sure. Okay. So, you try not to bring. Okay, you had a least favorable day, and you
when I step into my home is a place that consists of peace and rest. It does not consist of talking about problems that I had during the day.
But how
we can discuss those things at some point, but I'm sure once I get home, I'm coming to relax. I'm coming to rest my mind from all
But how do you rest with all of that stuff? Didn't you say like? How do you rest with all of that stuff on your mind? Like, I want my house to be a place of refuge, meaning like when you're out in the world, you got to be strong. You got to protect yourself. The goal is to make it back home. But when you come home, I want my person to be able to take off his armor and just be. Like, I wanted to be like two best friends. Like this.
I feel like those are ground rules that you set. Those are ground rules that you set.
Rules.
This is what happens when you come home. Like we're not going to talk about. We're going to talk about us.
But you are a part of us in that you can't give me 100% of your time, like Tiff was just saying, and I can't give you 100% if in the back of my mind I'm thinking about this thing at work that really impacted me. To me, that's a part of intimacy.
Tell me doing work. Call me during the day when it's happening, or right after it happened, and go ahead and get it off your chest while you're still at the office.
No.
Let me say this. Okay, so what if when you came in the house, and she's like, baby, put your head on my, because let's say, hypothetically speaking, y'all already have either shot a text, both of y'all on your own businesses. So, it's going to be hard to communicate during the day what's going on. But, y'all checking on each other and be like, you know what, it's been a day, but it's been productive, yada, yada, yada. When you walk in the door, might have you a little fruit platter, and she like, baby, lay your head on my shoulder. And even if I understand what you're saying, but are you willing to compromise and be like, you know what, I'm going to decompress for 10 minutes. And y'all just talk about y'all day. And then, like, even if it leads to you sitting on the couch, her sitting in your lap, or feet on, I feel like you need that time to decompress. Because if not, like, I know for me, I'm not able to give you all of me if I have not just, I need to take everything off. So are you willing to, I get what you're saying, but for a woman, we love an emotionally available man. And like, even if you got to cry about your day, I want you to cry on my shoulder.
And that ain't something that will ever come up to nobody else. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't put you in a position to be looked at. I mean, and not saying when men cry, they're less than a man. No, but I know that's the perception some men have. Like, that's why they don't feel comfortable crying to their partner. But that's something wouldn't nobody ever know about. Me and you, boo-boo.
When you walk through that door, I want you to literally expose yourself to me. Like, I want you to. Mm-hmm. Just like I want to be able to do that with my partner.
Yep.
But when I walk through that door, I want to leave all that bullshit outside. Close the door, leave it out there.
What? Do you?
It's time for me to open up the door in the morning.
Is that what you want, or is that what you've become comfortable with?
You've conformed to it.
That's what I want. No negative energy in my home.
But it's not negative energy because by you two communicating, iron sharpens iron, y'all are growing, and she could give you an idea to help you next time, and just like you can give her. So she's like, oh, okay, well, you dealt with this. Let me see how I will handle it, just because when it comes up in my business, it's not, regardless of what, anything that you talk about, it doesn't have to be in a negative aspect, because that's what I learned, and that's what.
It could be something negative. It could be something negative that's happening. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna fix. A lot of times before I say, number one, you're gonna get a vibe from it. You're gonna feel like there's something on his mind, but then you're gonna respect the fact that that's not what we do. That's not what we do when he come home. So I'm gonna leave him at peace. At some point, he's gonna tell me. And a lot of times with me, you're going to say, once he fixed this, then he's going to tell me.
I don't like that.
Well, right, because why can't... Okay, let me say this. You're a parent, I'm a parent. That's just like a child doing something Sunday, and today is Monday. Or doing something Friday, and today is Monday, and then you're addressing it. Like, no, I feel like...
If we got kids together, that's something else.
But I'm just giving that example. I'm giving an example, like for you, why?
Important, huh?
Why put something on the back burner when you can address it right then and there? Because again, you being a business owner, let's say your partner is a business owner, you could be helping her just like she could be helping you and giving ideas. And I'm not saying it's something that y'all got to talk about for 30 minutes.
Here's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Why can't we discuss this during the day, during business hours?
So we both water signs, and we know how important. What tip you like that too? Intimacy is everything. Like we don't fully feel connected to a person until we can be vulnerable with them. Correct. Mm-hmm. So, so I feel as though, well, for me, I cannot consider somebody to be a potential like partner or husband until I feel like I can bare my soul to them, and it doesn't have to be in any form or fashion. So I wouldn't want to create a space where something happened at work. Hell, let's say we talked about it during work hours, but I'm riding home and something else happened, or I'm thinking about that thing and it's still not sitting right with me. I wouldn't want to have to subconsciously say, well, I know I'm going home. I know like this is not what we do when we get home. So I'll call Tiff. I mean, of course, I'm going to tell you about it anyway, but I want to know I can go home to my husband and there's something not right. Like part of what we do as far as our intimacy is having those conversations that maybe both of us are uncomfortable with, because I mean, who wants to say somebody else affected them during the day? But that's like us having that conversation will then bring us closer together. So it's still a win in that sense. I don't want a partner where I got to tiptoe.
No, I'm not.
I want to be able to come in the house crying, snotty, baby was wrong.
He would take his shirt and wipe my tears and snot, like just like I would do the same. And all right, I'm gonna go back to you. You know for yourself as being a business owner, business hours is not business hours. So you can't say you only want to talk about doing business hours. And you also know that during the day, it's impossible to talk. Like for me, like I could be in the embalming room. Mm-hmm. I don't take my phone in the embalming room with me. And sometimes it can take an hour, 3 hours, 4 hours. Yep. You know, it could be something like, man, babe, this suture wouldn't do this or something like that, or I couldn't set the features. It still could be bothering me because it's not something that I'm satisfied with. Yeah. You know, and I want to be able to tell him, and he might say, babe, well.
And I want somebody that's going to ask questions if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Like, not just like, that's crazy. Yeah. And you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, ask questions about what I do. Like, I'm going to ask questions about what you do so that you can start to understand, like, when I'm saying certain things or using certain jargon, you gain a better understanding about what I do from day to day.
Right. Now, for you, DeSean, all right, now what if you had a woman that was in the funeral business and she had to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and go get a body, right?
He ain't going for it.
No, that's a job. That's what she has to do. I signed up for that. I know. I expect that because.
You wouldn't automatically assume that she was on the street?
Huh?
You wouldn't automatically assume that she was on the street?
No. If that's her job and that's what she do, and I know that's what she do.
What's funny about it?
If you've had this job for 5 years and you have never gotten up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go get a body, and all of a sudden one day you wake up talking about you going to go get a body, and the things is not right, because there got to be some other stuff going on too. And I feel like other things haven't been going right. Nah, you ain't going nowhere.
But that's not fair. Because, okay, they've been working for 5 years and never had to go get a body, but things change. People get sick.
What would you say if she tried to stop you from going to do what you do because things ain't been right? You could be like, girl, please.
In one of your properties, the water broke.
I'm going to first, again, communication is very important.
Interpretation.
I'm going to make sure I stress anyway, there can be a time where I have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go do this or do that.
Would you let her go with you?
I'm letting it be known now. Yeah, if she wanted to, yeah, why not?
Is that sexy though? Is that a turn on for you?
Sort of, kinda, yeah. Because it makes her interested in what I'm doing and what I do.
Why you can't answer the question directly?
I think, which were you about to say, if you know, or if you think she's doing it for the right reason? Like, meaning she not just trying to go make sure you doing what you say you're doing, but if she really expressed interest in, like, you knew it came from a place of her wanting to be supportive and see what you do.
Yeah.
Would you be supportive of her if she needed you?
Yes. Totally.
Okay, then. So why would you, not why, would you compromise with, again, if you had that unfavorable day coming in and I could get it, y'all set 20-minute time limit to talk about what y'all needed to talk about. Because again, you have to understand for I know for me, if
we're
some
emotional females.
Men are too. Men are emotional.
That's true.
But for me, you know for yourself, when something don't sit right with me, I'm gonna keep on talking about it. So I feel comfortable saying for some women, they need to talk to get it off their chest. And men do too.
Yeah.
So why do you want to hold it in? If you can do it in a fun and loving and intimate way, like for example, y'all standing in the kitchen, you holding her in the kitchen while she sauteing the greens, and y'all could be talking about it. Y'all don't have to sit down like y'all in an interview, in a conference, in a class. Baby, talk to me, whisper in my ear while I'm sauteing these tomatoes and peppers.
We want everything to be sexy. We make a hell of a Tyler Perry actress. That's it.
I want
everything.
Am I living in a fairy tale? Like,
no.
I truly, like, I want to clean a bathroom. And you said, grab, baby.
You had that.
I did.
You didn't appreciate it.
I appreciate it when I had it.
That's some real stuff.
Yes.
You don't miss, what is that?
You don't miss with your water till your well run dry. And the grass ain't always green on the other side. I'm telling you, like, but they say you ain't never experienced nothing, you can't help nobody. So we the resource. We resource. I'm not gonna lie, I had that.
You think we live in a fairy tale?
Yeah.
Be honest.
No.
That's what's.
I think everybody has wants and needs. Everybody has wants and needs, man. You know, everybody wants and needs are not the same.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, would you be willing to decompress if you had a woman that, like I said, you come in the house cooking, she cooking, and she like, baby, tell me, whisper in my ear what it is what's unfavorable about your day. You know, I know you text me, I didn't have time to talk. Would you be willing to decompress then?
Maybe. It depends. It just depends on what it is. It depends on what it is.
Do you think because of your job, because she may not know anything, that's why you can't listen to her?
But it'd be a waste of time explaining.
Right.
No, I would, I guess, take the selfish stand on it. And, like, I just don't feel like talking about it.
Are we being selfish by trying to force somebody to talk about something they want to talk about?
I guess.
Yeah.
Is he being selfish by being selfish and don't want to talk about what he wants to talk about?
That's not fair because I am an energy person. Like, I can feel when something is not right with somebody.
Right.
So if you telling me, oh, nothing wrong, and I can feel that something, that's going to bother me.
Because we can tell when something's going on with each other. Right. That is going to bother me.
Don't let it bother you.
I can't.
Just reassure me that I am here if you decide that you want to talk or need to talk.
I don't like that right there.
He said, no. Right there. What Devil Cox said, no.
I don't like that.
I gotta get ready to jump in the shower.
All right. Thank you for your patronage. Is that the right word?
We thank you for your honesty. You live in your own hyphen.
Your episode will come out next Wednesday. All right, TTYL.
Okay. All right. We'll talk.
All right, I'll talk to you. All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Well, that's the episode right there.
It
It won't even supposed to look at that. Every time we are unsure about what we want to talk about, a ram in the bush.
God got it. Pastor Henry said on Sunday when he was preaching from Matthews. He said God will work.
I am amazed because
and you ain't got to say a word.
Question. We cannot be friends with benefits.
Yeah, I can't.
No more shopping sprees. No more late night creek. No more VIP. Can't even kick it no more, baby. Well, but that's we always talk about leveling up, and you think about it. The friends with benefits is the waiting season is uncomfortable.
It's very, very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe
But I'm ready for the summer. I am. I'm just like summer. You know, people say, are you ready for the summer? Is the summer ready for me? That's where I feel like I do feel like I'm living a fairy tale though.
How?
Because regardless of what goes on, it's like I still have that positive energy. Like, believe it or not, the last 2 weeks it has been a roller coaster.
I agree.
Just like, you know, and people might call me crazy when I say this, but I only feel like people call people crazy when it's something that they don't do.
I've experienced it, yep.
Like, went to the dentist.
You told by that thing.
All the way.
Me? You can do oil pulling. You ain't set up the appointment right? Oh, yet. Have you?
No, listen.
I be cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No. You know, I'm real anal about my teeth. Like my teeth is everything. That's my priority. Yeah. And I take pride in my teeth. And like I brush 2-3 times a day. Now I keep the little floss thing with me. Yeah, no, what really got me, I had ran out of mouthwash. So I ordered some mouthwash, right? So I went to the dentist, and when he told me that I had a cavity.
You can do oil pulling, it'll reverse your cavity.
What is oil pulling?
You know how, when I take the coconut oil and put it in my mouth and like swish around, swish, like an oil, and it helps kill the bacteria in your mouth. And like if you go on TikTok and stuff, people talk about how it's helped, I don't know if you reverse, like rebuild the enamel on their teeth. That's why I was asking you if you already set your appointment to have it filled. No.
Yes, I had. But it was like the way my dentist was telling me, like it wasn't no big deal. Girl, I sat in that chair.
Oh, that's right. Look at it again, sir.
Look, and he was just a nonchalant. He was like, oh, it's okay. We can set it up for later. I'm like, Doc, I got a cavity. He was like, oh, it's just from your teeth being, not just, but like your teeth being close together. And I'm like, Doc, I don't. Then I said, them cookies.
Perception is everything. But think about your little cavity compared to probably with the things he done seen. He probably like, this ain't nothing.
He probably
but think for I'm us, because it's a little cavity, we think that mean we ain't flossing and brushing right.
Yes, I was feeling some type of way. And I was just like, Doc, I said, what could I use? I'm like, I'm flossing once a day at least. I'm brushing. He said, I was like, what about this, the mouthwash, whatever. I always ask for that at the end. So, girl, I had to take the mouthwash back out of order.
You know what?
And I got some more. I got the purple Listerine. So, y'all, Total Care 6-in-1 is what you need. I went and got that today. But anyway, it's just like...
We went from Sneaky Link to Listerine in the purple Listerine. I tell you.
But it's been and most people like, that's crazy. But no, like my teeth is everything to me. And then when my doctor told, when I got the test results that my cholesterol was 209, over 200 is high cholesterol. So, I done wrote the doctor. And he was like, Tiffany, your good cholesterol is good. Mm-hmm. Bad cholesterol is good. So we go by that. But I've been in my feelings all week because of those two things.
I don't know what to say. I'm listening.
But those two things, and it's just like, it feels good that
you care about that stuff now.
That, and it's like, I'm not worrying about relationship things. I'm not worrying about, like you said, you just got that text message about, You know, it's like all like what Fina say, all that extra stuff. All that extra stuff. You don't need all that extra stuff. Like it feels, and I'm not ready. I'm not.
But how do you get ready for something you're not ready for?
I don't know. That's the conversation.
You gotta get in it.
How?
We have to put our boxer gloves back on. What Fina said? Get them boxer gloves. No, I think a part of it too is talking to people that's willing to have those kind of conversations so that you have a better understanding of the person. You know what I mean? Because think of the type, raw and uncut, think of the type of guys we have been attracted to in the past. People in the streets, too hard to tie their right shoe, and we expect them to be emotional with us. It's a survival instinct for them not to get attached to people in that way. But like, what am I trying to say? So,
but I would say they're good people.
They are. No, don't get me wrong. The man he was street, and I think that was part of my attraction to him is because I feel like I saw a side of him that a lot of people didn't get to see.
And that taught you a lot.
It did.
Because being from the small town that we're from, you know, that would have been a culture shock.
It did. It taught me a lot. And that in itself is something that he taught me. Like, Treese, like, don't do this. Like, you got to realize I can't, like, the moment I bare my soul, I'm at risk for 12 things going wrong. Like, you can walk around talking about your emotions all day.
Right.
So maybe it's the type of people. I didn't mean it in that way, like the type of people. But we are trying to come into the middle of somebody, like, what they've known as life forever and like, be the person and say, hey, but you can talk to me. Girl, if you don't get your friend on somewhere, you're the last person I would have talked to.
Right, like, you too jolly.
So.
But again, those conversations.
I really appreciate that.
Right. And it's, like you said, it's strictly platonic.
Mm-hmm.
And those conversations has really helped me to understand, because now the friends with benefits, I truly was thinking that was more to it. Friends with benefits for me is more to it than just sex. That was my interpretation of friends with benefits.
Okay.
Because if you have somebody, I feel like this, if you can have sex with somebody, then we can talk.
Right.
Like we're having that intimate moment. So why can't we have intimate moments about other things? Finances, spiritually.
We think like that because we don't have sex with somebody unless we have an attraction to them. Like, unless, right?
I agree.
Can I think of anybody? Yeah, there was one. Somebody that you had sex with, I don't like that word, that you were intimate with, that you really ain't, it was just kind of like, So for me, I think, we got some growing up to do. We so naive in that sense. Like, I be thinking like, like, nobody's out here doing this unless they're attracted to the person. Like, come on.
That's us.
And is that too much? And then having had people where we've had those experiences, they've genuinely been, or at least acted, concerned about our well-being outside of that. I feel like that has set the expectation. Like, dealing with somebody that, yeah, that's what we was doing, but when it's snowing outside, like, I'm going to make sure you're straight getting home. Like, I'm going to make sure I let you know, hey, the roads look crazy. Do you got to go in today? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, having those experiences, I feel like it set us up for the...
That's a relationship, though.
That was not a relationship. You know it.
But I get it, like...
Well, by definition, I guess it was.
Right.
But it wasn't.
See, we want all these different categories. Friends with benefits, relationship, marriage material. We want to all, you know how that circle goes?
That's some real stuff, too.
And then we want to take a piece from each one of those circles and make them, and have hybrid. We want a hybrid relationship. We do. Come on with them. We want a hybrid relationship. You think about it. We want the friends. Think about it. You got the friends. We want them people that we can talk to. You want the friends with benefits. You want them people that will check your oil or whatever the case may be. Then you want the dating material, the ones that you could take out, you could be seen with, da-da-da-da-da. Then you want The husband material.
Yeah, wait, you saying we want one person for each thing, or we want that all?
The qualities. We want to take
we don't want to be a man nigga.
Right.
Take the qualities that I done experienced in different men and make one super hybrid, super.
Yes, we do. We want to take it from each category. What's that thing called when you do the circle and the circles merge?
Is it a pinwheel or something?
It's the circle, and then the circles merge right in the middle. What's that thing called?
A pinwheel.
It ain't a pinwheel.
Circle wheel. Circle wheel. Color wheel.
It's like a
graph.
Compare and contrast.
They're probably watching this like these dummies. We're talking about relationship. They don't even know fundamental. A Venn diagram.
Yes. Good job.
We got it. It was a group effort.
That's right. Steve Harvey said, and answer is.
So if you had to build think about the men like that you had like serious, we can't say relationships, but interactions with. Even if it was just on a friendship basis. How are we going to do this? Let's start from 20.
Woo.
Hold on. Mine would be... I don't want to play this game.
It's uncomfortable?
Because I don't want to leave some...
What are you asking? What would we put into the... What would we make...
To prove your point, if we think about the people that maybe we've talked to or met and we've developed a friendship or a relationship with them, what would be those qualities that we take from them?
Communication will be one.
Protection. Feeling physically safe. And yeah.
My love language, physical touch.
I like a man that can fix stuff.
Emotionally available.
I like a man that desires a family and like can sit down and have conversations about what that would look like. And that helped me realize I was very selfish too. Like I thought in my mind, like this type of wife I'm gonna be, like I got it all figured out. I'm gonna be this businesswoman and then I'm gonna make sure this. But like that's what I'm still gonna do those things. But you remember I was telling you the conversation I had about cooking, and I was like, what the hell? This ain't no traditional. But that's like how he feels loved and like seen. But I was like, I'm not doing it because I'm not traditional in that way. Like I got my own stuff going on. How would you expect that? And that's the only thing that man was asking for. So if you're watching this, baby, please.
I apologize.
No, we had that conversation.
We would start to say that, and I apologize.
Sorry, 2004.
Mine would be versatility.
Mm-hmm. Is that a quality?
What is it? An ability?
Because how can you expect somebody to be... like we talk about all the time, sometimes you got to introduce people to stuff they don't know. The willingness to be... Would you be willing to take that? The willingness to be open?
Mm-hmm. The willingness to learn. To be... You got to be teachable.
Because like on your birthday, you remember how we didn't expect family to like what we did, and you was like, oh my God, like they open to it. But that's probably something that outside of you want to do it for your birthday, they wouldn't have thought to themselves to do.
It would have to be, but versatility is the big thing for me.
Yeah. What's my big thing? I think it's emotional, like being able to talk to you, like and. Like, if I'm asking you about something, it's like, and I'm saying, like, if I'm asking you about something or telling you about something that concerns you, don't brush me off. And even if it's making you uncomfortable, like, you can sit in that moment with me.
Right.
Somebody that's funny.
Yeah, that sense of humor has to be there.
Like, some of my best moments have been, like, sitting around, like, geeking. Like, just, like, the moments we have. We chilling, might have a little drink or something. Like, we, like, laughing and to the point where we crying.
Them cookies. I wish I had one now. I will pluck. I swear. Y'all just don't understand. Them snickerdoodle cookies do something to me. Y'all at Food Line, Walmart, and Kroger, you can get them. And I think that's what caused these cavity that I had. Huh?
But we're learning, and that's the beauty. And I love, like, I think we've both had this experience where we have had those moments where we realized that I wasn't being as understanding, as mature, as whatever as I thought I was when you had the conversation with someone and being able to maintain a friendship with the person so that you can then go back and say, I see what you meant now. And having them like explain further, yeah, I never meant it the way that you took it. I was just saying da 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 da. Like that's a good feeling.
But that's a good conversation.
Yeah.
That's a very good conversation when you can go back and say, like us. Look how we sat on a Friday night and we came to the conclusion that we're selfish. You know what I'm saying? That's big. And most folks look at us as out here sliding across the floor like we got rollerblades on. But we really be chilling and working on us. And I will say, since I've come to that conclusion that I'm selfish.
Mm-hmm. And people have told me that in the past. And I was like, I'm not selfish. I just know what I want. And yeah, that may be true, but I still have to be willing to compromise or collaborate. That's what the dude down south used to say. He said not compromise because you're still getting what you want, but you're just doing it in a way that both people get what they want. So it's not I'm not necessarily giving up something or going without. I'm collaborating with.
I need to start wearing my sunglasses all the time. Did you just see what I did?
What?
I did just like this, like I was pushing my sunglasses.
I did not see that. However,
I said, and then I played it off.
Maybe I thought you was doing this for something. Even when I ain't had no hair. What is you putting back there?
The peach butter.
Life.
It is, but I'm glad that we're experiencing it. We're experiencing it together. And what really brought me joy, though, and I know he gonna be smiling from ear to ear when I told him, I said, Dad, we realized that we're selfish. Hallelujah. Got a praying daddy. But I realized it.
But I like the fact that he dropped his gems. He like, all right. And he know we're gonna come back around when we had that moment of realization. And we gonna talk. Like he literally like, all right.
I knew.
Yeah, I know everything. Okay.
Well, in the conclusion today, I'm going to say, I'm glad I now understand what friends with benefits mean. Because honestly, I truly thought friends with benefits was like,
we a friend and we do this.
Right. Let it flow.
What can it mean? Being Mary Jane, didn't she have people that she went and did stuff with? That's the domestic stuff, watching television shows like 047. No, but I don't know.
Okay, so can we say, we say communication is everything, interpretation is everything. So when we tell someone friends with benefits, I'm sorry, I got a burp, and it won't come up.
I hear, girl.
Yeah. It's the pollen.
What the hell you clearing your throat for? You got a burp.
Because it's the pollen. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Can we define to a person what friends with benefits mean?
Have we done it before and it still ain't work out that way?
That's some real stuff you said. I don't know then. I'm confused. I'm willing.
That was a real question.
No, for real.
I don't know. Have I ever said, this is what it's...
I haven't. Look at what it led me to. When I just said no benefits, just friends. And it never responded.
The one that had you weak like the one that had me weak?
No. Jim.
Oh, he showed his daggone self-worth. You even have me taking you on these dates and whatnot. He got self-worth.
I'm selfish.
You ain't playing with him. Playing with that grown man like
You
that.
about to play in my face.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't get it. I don't know. Like, we need to talk to more people. We need help.
I feel like I've been in situations, and tell me if you agree with this, or a situation where when things start getting oil and vinegar, when they start getting out of hand in terms of being friends with benefits, I still ain't. It still wasn't enough to make me say, "Wait, we going like this is too far gone. I'm catching feelings. Let's stop."
And why didn't y'all say that?
What the hell? What you want me to say?
Pride. Neither one of y'all wanted to say, let's just stop.
I don't think it was. I think it was we enjoyed the benefit, but we just couldn't be friends. Or it wasn't the links to. No, I'm not gonna say me, Dagon. I was a good friend. The friendship would not have come without the benefit.
That's a whole nother topic in itself.
Yep.
That hit me in the throat. I'm about to cry.
Oh snap! This is hard to say. I want to make sure I go about this in the right way. And that goes back to knowing that ain't somebody. If you broke down on the side of the road, that would not be the first person I call. Absolutely not. The person I'm talking. I'm about to stutter. I'm stuttering. And I value that more than like all that friend. I value that more. Like knowing that I don't want to give this person so much credit either because
but they all a lesson. No regrets.
To me, that says, to me, where I'm at in life now, that means more to me than like all that friends with benefit, fun, like not having sex to multiple, but talking to multiple people and like knowing you got a solid person that when stuff really hit the fan, like I can call you and even though we're not dealing with each other right now for whatever reason, like I ain't gonna say we ain't on good terms, because we talk, like, you know, we can have conversations and stuff, but just in that direction of things, like you still will help me figure out a solution to a problem. Like you're not slighting me. It's almost like based on the situation.
Basically, you still have access.
What you mean?
Because you still have access to them. You like the fact that you still have access. You have not. Do you? Your words, do you feel like you've conquered them?
I feel like that's not somebody that I look at in that way no more. In terms of feeling I have to conquer them.
That's growth, sis.
The other person, then you know who I'm talking about. It's like and when I say break them, I don't mean it in that way. Like it bothers me that you have this image of yourself that does not allow you to live your truth. Because we've had certain conversations and I know a little bit more about you as a person, but the rest of the world would think that bothers me, but it shouldn't. And what bothers me about it is the way that it makes you like slight me sometimes. Not you.
No. But do you feel like it's slighting you?
Yes.
May I ask why? Because
it even got to a point where, kind of like we was just talking about on the phone, like you be that in public, you got it, you that, but then like when we get together, like you can be soft and cuddly and I got you kind of thing. I don't want that.
Right.
Like I want you to be comfortable with your boys or whoever see you like loving on me, and like that's okay.
Right.
Like I don't want a man that feel like he got to be
macho.
Yes, like that is so old.
Yeah, it's unattractive. Like when you with me, just protect me. However, I need you to be emotionally available.
I want to ask you something off camera before I ask it on camera. I can edit it out. I want to ask about like when you realized that situation was over. Like, did you feel okay, or was it a part of you that felt slighted? But I'm not gonna use his name. Can I ask it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I got to think about it.
So, in your situation where it was somebody that like you were dealing with, when you realized that, kind of like what I said, the friendship won't come without the benefit. Did I say that right?
The friendship came about because of the benefit, right?
So the friendship couldn't exist without the benefit. Did you feel slighted? How did you feel?
I was a mixed bag of emotions. And the reason I say that is because of our history.
Mm-hmm.
I thought once we got past the benefit, even though, the benefit wasn't there, that we still could maintain that friendship. Like, you know what, we got these years, we invested, whatever. We still could maintain that friendship. But that's something that I realized, that once I realized my self-worth, and I'm just like, how DeSean was saying with the friends with benefit situation, you call and it's be like, oh, okay, we'll meet up. Mm-hmm. It went from that to me knowing my self-worth and saying, okay, let us more. Right, I want more. And then it was like, nah. I was like, okay.
Ooh. But is that somebody we should actually respect more? Because he did not give you what you would have needed to continue that, and it would have progressed in your mind if he knew that he wasn't willing or at a place where it could turn into that. Because you know how some men will do stuff, they will play the game to continue to get what they want.
If it wasn't for me knowing my self-worth, it would have continued.
I meant when you started talking about going out, y'all doing more things together. If he would have given you that, and in the back of his mind, he's like, I do whatever Shawty want just so we can continue to do this.
Oh, I respect for that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I respect him for that. I respect him for that, but the first thing in a woman's mind,
what's wrong with me? What?
Right, the first thing we thinking like, wow, like really? This is invested. The time is invested, but we all know that time is an illusion. But I was like, you know what? I felt rejected at first. Mm-hmm. But then, I always say, what is the lesson in this? And the lesson was, I got to respect you because you didn't lead me on.
Let me ask you this. In terms of being, we can edit it out if you don't want to answer it. In terms of, like, this space of, like, considering friends with benefits, and now having this new understanding of what that could mean, or maybe how most people see it, because that's somebody that you feel safe with, you're familiar with, you know what I mean, you know them. Is that a situation, if y'all had that conversation and agreed upon whatever the terms were, could that be the person?